Greetings, blessed earth angelics of the emerald solar rays of heaven on earth. We had another powerful day of massive waves of higher energetics flowing in. There were multiple waves of higher light pulsing in, appearing as amplitudes of 23 Hz and 35 Hz on the Schumann charts, creating a 535 portal, the Trinity in the center of the fifth dimensional divine union patterns of light. The Hieros Gamos codes are flowing in fully as our angelic team of the 144 rise up and bridge the worlds of heaven and earth. Internal with the external and external with the internal. We weave the patterns of time equals art. Each moment is a piece and part of this great symphony we call the awakening of human consciousness. Our true authentic self is merging with the third dimensional avatar to upgrade our sacred vessels of eternal beings of infinite light, the one in the many and the many in the one. All paradox revealed to expose and resolve all that no longer serves and is no longer needed for the evolution of cosmic consciousness. We are just hours away from our global Fire the Grid meditation on July 19th, 2021 at 11:11 a.m. UTC. With our joy, happiness, and bliss, we light up the grid of Pachamama with our highest love and light. As Gaia gets lit up and activated, all her children get lit up with the creative passion to attract, magnetize, and manifest our true heart's delight. Peace, harmony, and abundance for all sentient beings of pure light. As you magnetize and attract your divine counterpart both internally and externally, we remove all doubt and fear and replace with great faith and courage. The eagle and the condor activate you in this now. We are now in full gnosis of our divine plans of manifesting the new Jerusalem, heaven on earth. Aho! Today, through a series of synchronicities, magic, and miracles, I was able to connect with one of our divine bro stars of the light from our Patreon team, our divine bro star, Jah One, who is on a great journey. He took a great leap of faith, so let us all send him our love and prayers and blessings. You may see him in the comments below some of these videos. He's one of our team of the 144. Because of being on mission and our work being 24/7, and raising 3 children with my sacred Condor, it's very difficult for me to meet up with anyone or connect. And Jah One and I had a beautiful connection, mind to mind, heart to heart, is what the Zen masters will call 2 arrows meeting in midair, a very rare, miraculous event when 2 on the path come together with deep connection and brilliant interaction. And for this event to happen, it is a miracle in eternity. And one day, we will connect with many of you, either when my queen and I return to our ship, or when we fully manifest New Earth into this realm, when the transformation occurs. So we look forward to that day. But for now, we keep anchoring the light, anchoring the love, and our highest light into the grid, into Pachamama. And Goddess willing, that moment is at hand of the great event. We are the event, co-creators of the new earth, and we are rising. And now our bro star, Jah One, will be traveling through Mount Shasta around the time of this firing of the grid. So let us lift him in the glory of the love and the light of the 144,000 to assist him on this great mission, this great journey ahead. For our bro star on mission took this great leap into the abyss like I did over 8 months ago, and it was because of all of your support, both spiritually, mentally, financially, that I was able to go on this mission, on this great journey to my sacred Condor, and why I'm able to continue this great work and bringing these messages and transmissions to the world and our teachings of the way, the Tao, the Buddha consciousness that have been encoded into this vessel, into my mind, body, and spirit from the great masters of old, the Zen, Taoist, Hindu, all the great masters, the Christian, the Islamic. For White Gold Eagle had to be encoded with them all to see the truth, the source from every perspective, every dimension, through all perceptions, to bring the many into the one and the one into the many. And thanks to my queen, my sacred Condor, I was able to bring this fruit to fruition and to be able to transmit the energy and the codes every day through these transmissions from my heart and mind directly to your heart and mind. My I am presence to your I am presence, which is one and the same. There is no separation in truth. And as I had transmitted to our divine bro Star Jah earlier, how you can tell the difference or know the difference between what is true and the truth is that what is true changes or possibly changes. The truth never changes, and you cannot debate the truth. The truth is beyond all concepts. The Zen masters realize this, so they say nothing, you lose. You open your mouth and speak, you also lose. So what do? You dive fully in with mind, body, and spirit. Turn off the internal dialogue and feel your way to source. Experience your oneness with source that is now eternally. So thank you for that. Namaste. And much love, light, and blessings to our divine bro Star Jah One and all of you listening now. The eagle and the condor in this now send and transmit our highest divine union, our divine unconditional love and abundance for all humanity. For bro stars and sis stars of the light, no one gets left behind. We all ascend together. Okay, I hope I was lucid with all that. We're jumping timelines here. Now, with these powerful energies all over the grid, Pachamama had many activations in the last 24 hours. Again, 144 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, synchronic with the 144. Most powerful in the sacred portal, Iran, 5.4. Council of 9, flowing in, connecting with you now. Earlier today, Central America, Guatemala, home of our Mayan elders, 4.6, Puerto Rico, 3.4, 4.3, 3.1, 3.0, 4 in a row, the foundation of the new Atlantis, divine masculine, the sacred portal of Crete, Greece, 4.4, divine 44 coming in, Japan, Takushima, 4.7, Idaho City, Idaho, 3.2, Ferndale, California, 5.1, Puerto Rico, 3.2, Papua New Guinea, 4.7, Niigata, Japan, 4.6, Kodiak Island, Alaska, 3.0, Japan again, 4.5, another 9.9 activation, 4.9, Indonesia, Bridgeport, California, 3.7, 37 into the 73, Heaven on Earth, Chile, South America, Andes Mountains, Kundalini Pachamama, 4.3, 109 kilometers depth. Iran with the 5.4, and then a 4.3, 4.4, the trinity of activations in the sacred portal. Adamstown, Pitcairn, 5.1, Kodiak Island, Alaska, 3.1. Fars, Iran, 4.4, New Zealand, Marlborough, 4.2, Aleutian Islands 3.9, Puerto Rico 3.1, Iran 4.2, Chile 4.5, Bolivia, South America 4.6, Syria in the Sacred Portal 4.3, British Virgin Islands 3.6, South of Fiji Islands 4.6, Indonesia 5.2, Santiago de Cuba, Cuba 4.2, Indonesia 4.6. The whole grid is lighting up, it is lit up. Goddess rising, Gaia rises into the fifth dimensional energies as all her children rise with her. And through this fire the grid activation, we will lift and rise all together, raising the grid to the higher fifth dimensional as we resolve and remove all interference patterns from any nefarious entities and energies that are still keeping us in the lower densities of low frequency. 73 coming in. We had many 8/8s coming in for the 8/8 Lionsgate coming up. The Royal Lions of the new Lemuria. And real quick before I forget, those on our Patreon team, we have what is called a Discord group with many of our team connecting and collaborating on there. So if you didn't receive the link, please send us a message on Patreon. We get so many emails and messages on Facebook. Many of them get by our radar. The best way is to send me a message on Patreon. If you're not part of our membership there, you can join at whitegoldeagle.com. Discord is a type of instant messenger. I don't have time now to join in there because I'm fully on mission and have zero free time beyond my daily tasks and missions such as these daily transmissions. But if you're part of our Patreon team and would like to connect and collaborate with others on mission, doing these great works, and when you join Patreon, the welcoming message should have the Discord link if you did not receive it and would like to join in. Again, on Patreon, send me a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible with that link. And thank you for everyone on our Patreon team that is connecting and collaborating. That is part of how we're connecting like-minded lightworkers, starseeds, and warriors of the light to assist each other on fulfilling this great mission of manifesting heaven on earth. Aho! And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now, the moon is at 18 degrees, 46 minutes Scorpio. The sun is at 26 degrees, 40 minutes Cancer. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 27 degrees Cancer. A violent storm in a canyon filled with expensive homes. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 19 degrees Scorpio. A parrot listening and then talking repeats a conversation he has overheard. From astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you today from the tarot deck Shadowscapes from Stephanie Poymoon Law and Barbara Moore. And the card she pulled for you today is 2 of Pentacles. He stands upon one leg and dances a juggling act of balance. Like the Hindu deity Shiva, he is engaged in the dance of creation and destruction, a harmonious equilibrium of opposing forces. As if his pose itself were not precarious enough, the rocky pinnacle he is perched upon seems ready to wobble and tumble into the abyss at the slightest incorrect motion or stray gust of wind, and yet he is confident. He knows this dance very well, can sense the dynamics of the situation, can feel the wind wending through with his movements like a silent and invisible partner. As they perform an elaborate pas de deux, will the confidence be his downfall? Will the zephyr lose its playfulness and traitorously strike before he can react to compensate for a swift change in the direction of its gust? The 2 of Pentacles is a balancing act, juggling and keeping everything in motion, being flexible and adaptable and changing directions easily. Meet these challenges that tumble your way with high spirits, but be wary of taking on too much at once. For life itself, beloveds, is an elaborate balancing game of yin and yang, fire and water, earth and sky. Now from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica, Wizardry of Light. As your activation continues, as your ancient wisdom expands, advanced soul, know your past lives are not entirely of this world. Many have experienced lives in many galaxies, completing many missions. Just like the missions you are on, for your alliance with the universe is innate with the planetary upgrade, for your wisdom and knowledge is collectively housed in your crystalline DNA, containing complex histories and the treasures of won battles. Know your wisdom is infinite. Look deeply within to reach your wizardry of light. Amongst the rapid changes, know the transition is now. As aspects of you awaken, we ask you to expand this concept of your meditations and daydreams. To know your timeline has entered a window of expansive light. To connect to this light, it resides in the stillness of your reality. For you are activating now, awakening to the universe, being a wayshower for others, aligning your light for the good of humanity. Continue each step, each breath to reach us. Know we are aligned to every thought by your side, sending waves of unconditional love. The Arcturians and Karen Lithica from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Marilyn Raphael, the Arcturian group. Dear readers, welcome. Our messages are intended to bring you hope, encouragement, and information during these times of Earth's evolving energy. Many who remain unaware of the changes taking place in Earth's energy at this time are experiencing fear and despair. It is a powerful time to be on Earth, a time that has been predicted in the sacred writings of all spiritual paths for eons, but it is also a difficult and frightening time for those who do not know what is happening, as they witness much that has always been a certain way change or disappear. Earth is lifting out of the low resonating energy of a three-dimensional collective consciousness and into one awake in the realization that all are connected within the one. Physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual facets of many three-dimensional beliefs are or soon will collapse under the weight of their own nothingness. Much is yet to be revealed. People, plants, animals, and all life forms are in and of the one. It could be no other way, for nothing exists outside of the one. Much remains hidden from mankind's general awareness, including the presence of many other worlds, because third-dimensional knowledge is severely limited by the presence of false beliefs accepted as reality. The opportunity for mankind to leave behind the false and move into an awareness of immortality, individual value, and oneness with God, and all life is present now if they choose. Be not afraid, dear ones, as you witness the chaos that seems to be accompanying the ascension process on all levels, personal and global. Everything at this point is a necessary facet of Earth's collective shift beyond the creations of duality and separation that have held it in bondage for eons and which no longer serve. The physical issues that many of you are presently experiencing are for the most part clearings, the releasing of long-held frequencies from old injuries, diseases, and experiences in past lives, as well as this one. These clearings often choose the path of least resistance, a weak area of the physical body through which to flow. All the process clearings are necessary but temporary. You may find yourself experiencing emotional and or mental issues that seem to arise out of nowhere. Allow them to flow through and out without resisting or giving them power by claiming them to be personally yours and then trying to fix them. Acknowledge them. Oh, you again, and allow them to move through and out, for they are, never have been, and never could be personally yours. Not all clearings are of negative experiences. Oaths, promises, and vows are also clearing. Something as simple as sincerely promising another in a past life that you will love them forever can serve to bind you to them in some form in each succeeding lifetime. This can be a problem if their evolutionary goals for this lifetime do not include that person. All that is not in alignment with the higher frequencies now flowing to Earth as a part of her dimensional evolution are automatically dissolving, clearing, or being exposed in order to be recognized. This is the process. You may find that you have become increasingly bored, irritated, and even occasionally angry at the three-dimensional nonsense you see taking place around you because you have shifted out of the alignment with much that the world still considers important or newsworthy. Denser energies cannot align with the new and higher frequencies and must be left behind by those actively choosing to spiritually evolve. A great deal of clearing happens during sleep. Many of you may be having vivid and unusual dreams, often involving people you are close to. Some things must be consciously recognized in order to be cleared, and so will manifest physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, often causing a person to believe that they have somehow failed or are doing something wrong, when in fact they are doing something right. Those who refuse or are unable to move beyond the old and false will not be able to survive in the higher frequencies. Many are choosing to leave at this time in order to return to a higher, vibrating, more evolved Earth at some point. Death is never an accident, but is always a free will choice that is made on the deeper levels of consciousness, and not from ordinary human awareness. It may actually represent a soul's choice to experience some event or catastrophe, but there is only one. All energy is in and of that one. In the third dimension, the one perfect energetic vibration expressing itself in and as individuals manifest, in as forms of duality and separation, lack, dis-ease, pain, suffering, etc. Because the belief in two powers, duality and the separation, have been accepted as reality in the consciousness of the majority. This in turn has formed the collective consciousness based in error that has governed Earth for ages. You are creators. Consciousness is the substance of form. Divine consciousness is infinitely complete. But in the human sense of separateness, this wholeness manifests as a law of attraction. Energy always seeking to align with like energy in order to be whole and complete. Because the reality of every person is divine consciousness, every person automatically draws to themselves those energies that are in alignment with the energy of their state of consciousness. The majority, as of yet, does not realize this and considers themselves to be victims when something unwanted enters into their experience. The person who becomes ill does not always consciously align with the disease, but his/her belief in disease separation simply may or may not show up at some point. It often happens that a person who has spent their entire career researching a particular disease or condition finds that very disease occurring in self or someone close. This happens because there is only one. On the three-dimensional level, the energy of one divine consciousness becomes a law of attraction. The energetic frequency of a person's consciousness will always seek to align with the same or familiar frequencies as it attempts to be what it is, whole, one. It is a new time, dear ones, a time in which the old ways of thinking and doing will simply no longer work, as they once did, for the beliefs that held them in place are dissolving. Many continue working very hard to keep obsolete beliefs in place, but this will become increasingly difficult as more individuals awaken and move into higher states of consciousness. Be patient, for all is proceeding according to plan. All is as it needs to be at this time. Live each now moment from your highest level of awareness, which will allow more to unfold. Living in the past or the future does not allow you to receive what you are ready for or need. Living each now moment makes life simpler and easier. If you find yourself worrying about something in the past or future, bring your awareness to the realization that you are a divine consciousness having a human experience, and that harmony, completeness, and wholeness are the reality. Take whatever human footsteps you are guided to take, while at the same time always remembering that the sky will not fall down if you make a mistake. As you spiritually evolve, you find yourself with less and less in common with those around you who have chosen to remain in the old energy. Be true to yourself, trusting that you are right where you are supposed to be, learning what you need to learn, even if your life does not seem to fit in with three-dimensional concepts of how you should or need to be. Be what you know you are. Let go and be. We are the Arcturian group. And from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Paul, Dobry, Carey, things are moving in the light direction. You are here to gain knowledge of the human experience, and many have spent multiple lifetimes as different soul expressions, learning through trial and tribulation to achieve wisdom and connect with the higher expressions of the heart consciousness through compassion, acceptance, kindness, and grace, none of which would have become known to you without going through the very experiences that embedded that knowledge within you. Now is not the time to turn your back on all you have learned, but to accept all that you are and take that accumulated wisdom into the next chapter of your chosen journey. You have done this so many times before, on other worlds and other galaxies, each time learning the experience of existence in infinite form and variety. You are star-seated pioneers of light and answered the clarion call to be here at this time. You have come from Source. You have come through the higher dimensions of intelligent infinity and complex forms of existence to be here in lower vibrational form, to experience the furthest and densest parts of the expanded universe. The human experience is a very real and necessary part of your soul's journey, and you are here to add all you have learned to the vast pool of universal knowledge by expanding awareness to the very limits you can push your individualized God spark of consciousness. Expansion takes place in two directions, the light and the dark, the highs and the lows. The purpose of experiencing lower emotions and their subsequent vibrations is to expand your awareness of the range of light frequencies to the lowest contracted levels you can tolerate. How much can you bear? What next tribulation will you choose? What relationship will test you to the maximum? Which event will stretch you to your limits? This is why the grounded aspects of you on earth are deemed to be pioneers in this field and are being watched in awe by other celestial citizens. You will continue to attract to you all the events required for you to recognize this before your higher divine self has been satisfied that integration has taken place. This is not punishment. This is self-realization. You are here to understand the result of wisdom gained from the experience of reality. The divine higher self is the part of you that creates the world in which you will live, rather than subjecting you to the forces that you allow to pass through you. Ascension is returning you to where you started, but with a bigger prize, the conquering of third-dimensional reality before you travel on towards other experiences too. A self-realized, sovereign divine being of light. Your reason to be is your only purpose. Everything else is experience. You have earned the right to being what you are, here and now, not who you think you will become in the future, or who you believe you were in the past. What you are far exceeds who you are. Honor your commitment and your resolution as you, here and now. With loving blessings, Paul Dobry Carey, from PolarisAB.com, and from Divine Brostar of the Light, Pars Kute. These are very intense times for humanity. We are witnessing the massive shifts taking place in our reality. We are witnessing the dismantling of all that is old and stale, the old illusory reality, the old programming, and the old limitations. This energy coming upon our planet from the cosmic offerings is certainly triggering the personal limitations and the old patterns and behaviors within each human being. This is a time and a period of the dissolving of the old structures, the dismantling of all that is out of integrity and harmony of the whole. We have been guided to be ever mindful when we are feeling uncomfortable about some situation in our lives or in the news, to pause and to take a deep breath. We realize that the energies that are triggering these uncomfortable feelings within are actually supporting and encouraging us to create and welcome a new reality. We are also guided to be bold with our thoughts and our imagination. This is truly the time for us to step into our power and remember that it is our thoughts and intentions that create and welcome this higher dimension. We continue to ask ourselves, what do I want to create and have manifest in my life and in the world? We welcome these cosmic energies, however they come upon us, and saturate our lives. We welcome this energy as the true gift that it is. We know in our heart of hearts that we are here to anchor this cosmic energy. We sit quietly, eyes closed, and imagine energy pouring gently into our crown. We just allow this galactic gift to infuse us with personal remembering of who we are as a divine, multidimensional being. We know that we carry divine consciousness within. We never doubt that. We realize that if we have created and animated a physical body in this reality, there is no thing that we cannot create. We realize that our physical bodies allow us to interface with our reality. We are becoming aware that this primitive viewpoint maintains our limitations of not seeing beyond this dimension. We take a moment to pause in our busyness and acknowledge that perhaps there is a possibility that we could shift and welcome the idea of stepping into the fifth dimension awareness. It is the simple task of remembering the dimensions are levels of consciousness. We are a galactic being of light and made of pure divine energy. We can claim our personal power as divine creator and begin to create a new reality. We can honor this truth and allow ourselves to recall who we really are. We can allow ourselves to remember that there is a higher frequency consciousness inside our physical bodies. We are a galactic being here at this time to anchor this cosmic energy and transduce this energy into a form that other human beings will be triggered to remember as truth as well. We are the game changer. We are here to assist our beloved planet and her citizens with the Ascension process. We remember that our imagination is a superpower. We have been guided to begin to imagine the energy of the fifth dimension, the energy field in which our thoughts and feelings manifest for the highest good for all. We imagine a world that is in harmony within itself. We imagine a world in which there is wholeness and health for everyone. We imagine a world that honors one another and all of nature. We imagine a world in which there is clean air and clean water. We imagine a world in which there is peace within the communities and countries. We can travel to the fifth dimension by expanding our consciousness. We can experience the energy of the fifth dimension with its infinite possibilities and ideas. We can bring that energy and those ideas into this third dimension as a transducer and then offer them to the collective. Others will pick up these ideas of how to clear our waters or our environment and be able to execute them for the highest and the greatest good of all concerned. We remember that we are powerful beyond measure. We remember that we are sacred and that everyone is also sacred. We remember that everyone is a divine, multidimensional being of light who has forgotten this truth and is living with limitations, wounds, and fear. It is powerful as this divine being to remember to create with love and compassion. It is these higher vibrations of harmony, love, forgiveness, and peace expressed in our words, thoughts, and actions that transform our reality. It is this powerful conscious energy that is destined to be successful. So let's be bold and be clear about who we are at this time. Let's be courageous as we step into our power as the magnificent divine creators that we are, with sacred love of one and in service, Pars Kute. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Lucy Jane Castle, message from the Pleiadian High Council. Greetings from the Pleiadian High Council. Your soul's unique codes cannot be grasped by your conscious mind, and yet can be experienced by your energy field and physical body. For each of you, the codes will be unique and will have a different impact upon your own being. You will receive and require the moment to support you. This means that whenever you connect with and experience the energy wave of your soul's unique codes, you will receive diverse energies of experience something different. You can connect with your soul's unique codes at any time to support you in receiving what you need and require to unfold your truth and within the Creator. This will and can be used constantly to support your existence and help you upon the earth. Your soul's unique codes become a powerful nourishment and guiding light for your fulfillment and happiness on the earth. Your light shines like a crystal and pours through all that surrounds you. I ask you to share this, to call upon us. Pleiadians, I call upon your presence and invite you to guide me into my inner space of knowingness and remembrance, so I may communicate with you from the sacred space of my being. Allow me to experience your energy surrounding me as I receive your light and consciousness of knowingness and truth from your essence. Take a few moments to breathe deeply, connecting into your own energy and our presence with you. We are here and we are assisting you through the encoded process of DNA activations and endorsements of light. Thank you, dear one, Pleiadian High Council. And from Here in the Moon Astrology, Sunday, July 18, 2021. High stakes. On Thursday the 22nd, the Sun, coming off an intense opposition to Pluto, enters his own fire sign of Leo. Things are heating up literally and metaphorically. When Venus and Mars cross Leo together opposite Saturn in Aquarius and square Uranus and Taurus, the heat dome set swaths of North America and Canada ablaze. Now they are both opposing expansionist Jupiter, suggesting the spread of wildfires. On Saturday, July 24th, the first of two Aquarian full moons, the next is on August 22nd, is sandwiched between both change agents Pluto and Saturn and trine the karmic node of fate. A blue moon in the early and late degrees of the same zodiac sign means a tremendous amplification of that zodiacal force and the planetary cycles which accompany it. A blue moon has not occurred in the sign of Leo since 2013. The main theme of this period until August 21st is the significance of Leo invoking forces from the stars Sirius and Regulus and the 8-8 Lionsgate. This evolutionary full moon is at 1 degree Aquarius, the sensitive degree of the once in 200 years Jupiter-Saturn conjunction of December 21st, 2021. This begins an entirely new wave of understanding. Expect to change alongside it and trust the process. Undeniably, it's past time to become who you're meant to be and to do what you're here for. So gather your tools and your inner outer resources. Influencers of yesterday have lost relevance and a newer, more diverse type of creator is now stepping in. Make sure you are one of them. Like it or not, those of us who are skilled at edge walking towards the flickers of the new on the horizon are influencers, not as in 3D Instagram selling, but as in modeling what is possible. Older hierarchical pyramid systems that have collapsed, and the vacuum needs to be filled by more diversity, authenticity, and unique expression. From Here in the Moon Astrology.co.uk. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Mercury in Cancer, quincunx. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Venus in Leo, quincunx. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Mars in Leo, quincunx. Neptune retrograde in Pisces. A trio of quincunxes call for creative adjustments. With this thorny aspect, there's a feeling of being stuck between two conflicting elements, and pleasing one will inevitably irritate the other. We want to say how we feel, but fear that others won't understand. We want to be loved, but have a terror that love will change us or destroy us. We want to follow our passion, but wonder if it will all come to nothing. It's complicated, and we feel stuck, hesitate, caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. And yet life, destiny, the gods push us because embedded within these dilemmas are spiritual lessons. Often the quincunx requires us to press on despite doubt or fear. Circumstances are never perfect. We don't always know how others will react, and sometimes what we try to do doesn't work as we wished, and yet fortune favors the brave. Muster up your courage. Speak your truth gently but with authority. Refuse to live in the past to create a foundation for the future. Let the power of love remake you. Know what is important. Take action on your goals and then surrender your will to the universe. Adjust your perspective. From LeahWhitehorse.com, and today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 216, Yellow Galactic Warrior. Galactic is the name for the number 8, and its keywords are harmony, integrity, and model. We are now on the 8th day of the Red Moon wave spell. Warrior naturally likes to go on missions, but during this laid-back wave spell, his sword stays firmly in its sheath. Today he is on a mission to find harmony, which is a noble quest. Today is the Yellow Warrior, which represents intelligence, fearlessness, and questioning. Even if you are not a warrior, you can be one for a day. Take on a mission or quest, but do not go on a warpath. Seek out harmony and enjoy the spoils of your victory. The guide today is a yellow sun, which is the symbol of enlightenment, and when in the guiding positions our paths are illuminated. This makes it much easier to see where you are going, and therefore finding harmony shall be quite easy. Today from Divine Brostar of the Light, Roger Grossman. Today is Yellow Galactic Warrior Day on the 13 Moon Dream Spell Mayan calendar. Yellow Warrior, Tribe 16 of the 20 Solar Tribe, Archetype Cycle. Questions, intelligence, fearlessness. Yellow Warrior encourages you to advance toward your fears. All fears are illusions. Love is the only reality. If you are experiencing fear, it means that you are unable to perceive what is truly happening. Today you are being called upon to gracefully advance towards your fears. If you run away from your fears, you are actually running toward them, which will cause you to manifest the same fear pattern all over again. The manifestation principles at play in our world are designed to give you exactly what you want. Stay positive. Even if you are in a super challenging situation, strive towards something better, positive, rather than away from what you perceive as negative, likely the source of your fear. As you gracefully advance toward your fears, you will begin to question them through divine or higher intelligence perspectives that you are naturally connected to. All higher intelligence emanates from your heart. Your heart always knows the truth of things. Trust your gut feelings, instincts, and heart knowing regardless of the fearful story playing out in your mind. From a heart-love-based perspective, all fears are washed away, leaving you a clear understanding of what you are truly experiencing. Gracefully advancing toward your fears, questioning them through divine intelligence perspectives is how we free ourselves from their paralyzing illusions. Galactic Tone of Integrity, Step 8 of the 13th step, Creative Energy Tone Cycle. Harmonize, model integrity. The number 8 is comprised of the number 4 doubled. 4 is foundation energy. When two solid foundations of 4 are interconnected, the result is complex stability. This complex foundation represents a place of integrity. This is the new extra solid foundation that you have achieved by going through the transformative centering process of radiance, balance, and resonance during the previous 3 days. 144 coming in. This new extra solid foundation is the place you can intentionally put your manifestation atop during the next 2 days. Today you will find that sitting atop an extra solid and stable foundation, you will be regularly called upon to keep your integrity about you. As you are able to keep your integrity, you will be naturally looked after and provided for in all things. Keep your integrity regarding questioning, intelligence, and fearlessness. Day 8 of the 13-day cycle themed Red Moon purifies, flow, and universal water. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Galactic Warrior, Kin 216, 18th July 2021, Harmonizing Battles, 18-7, 2021, equal 975, equal 912, equal 93, equal 12, equal 3, 18, Social Upheaval, 9 Endings, Destiny, Mission, Humanity, 7 Magic, Mystic, Solitude, Initiation, Spiritual, 5 Freedom, Change, Transformation, Freedom, 3 Holy Trinity, Joy, Creativity, Kin 216 equal 9, Divine Destiny, and Closure. Today's double 9 codes denotes endings and completion and divine destiny. And so today the final battle looms. As the forces of darkness oppose the forces of light, we are building to a crescendo until the darkness dissolves, and then the great light floods the earth plane once again. The 9 code denotes destiny and service to humanity, and this warrior is fully focused on strengthening our collective divine destiny. Today is a very potent and intense day for the Rainbow Warriors to claim sovereignty. It is time to take the reins and fearlessly run with it. Day 8 in the Red Moon wave spell of the goddess, who is enhancing our intuition and sensitivity as we purify our vessels in order to find our greatest flow. Today we are questioning everything all the way back to source in order to claim our authority and flow with pure, illuminated consciousness. Tone of creation, galactic, tone 8 in the mental realm, action modeling, power harmonize, essence integrity. The galactic tone will influence much mental analysis today. The most important factor is that we model integrity in our thoughts, words, and actions. Today we are modeling fearlessness and intelligence as the Rainbow Warriors of the New World. Are our intentions based on harmony through integrity of being? We need to reflect on the messages from Spirit and ensure that we are aligned in order for us to evolve and become enlightened. Our plans need to be transparent and for the highest good of our community and planet, for them to hold up in these new energies. Our projects and business models will then serve as a model for others, following in our footsteps, who hold the ideals of unity, peace, and harmony as a priority. At Tone 8, we have entered a new scale, and we are so proud. We just have to model ourselves for others. We have also mastered harmony at this stage. We are galactic, and don't we know it? Yesterday's blue resonant eagle gave us intuitive insight as we attune to the big picture of our divine mission. Today, the fearless Rainbow Warriors surrender the old battle with great integrity as the Wayshowers pass the baton to the next wave of rainbows. The battle is won, and now is the time for peace and celebration as the light nears its final victory. Kimi's challenge today is to let go and surrender all darkness, releasing all cords and attachments so that we are free to evolve into higher states of fearless living. Allowing our minds to be free from the old world that we no longer relate to, getting real and focusing on what our soul wants to create, so that we can live in greater harmony with our kin, fully focused on our divine mission of creating a beautiful, abundant world filled with awakened minds and enlightened beings. Allow Kimi to build a bridge from the old world to the new, revealing the true path to effortlessly flow down the path of least resistance. So precious hearts, a very powerful day to fearlessly face what needs to be questioned in order to find your natural flow and manifest your dreams. Surrender the battles and resistance as you float merrily down yonder stream. Today's question is, how can I use my intelligence to surrender and harmonize anything impeding my flow of fearless joy, peace, and abundance? Divine blessings for harmonizing all darkness and modeling fearless, pure, enlightened consciousness. In Lakek Ala Kin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 216, Yellow Galactic Warrior. The mantra, the code for today is, I harmonize in order to question, modeling fearlessness. I seal the output of intelligence. With the galactic tone of integrity, I am guided by the power of universal fire. And beloved beings of light, this is very synchronic with the Fire the Grid meditation in the following hours, as we totally light up the grid with the power of our mighty I Am presence. Let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, your synchronicities, what you experience in this great lighting up of the grid, the firing the grid. And for all those new to this channel, be sure to subscribe. Click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. We archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to thank everyone for supporting our work and mission. We rely on our monthly pledges on Patreon and our donations for our daily living expenses. So if you'd like to support our work and mission and make a monthly pledge, you can do so at the link at whitegoldeagle.com or go to patreon.com/primedisclosure. And for those on our group, we archive all of our teachings and trainings and spiritual practices on primedisclosure.com. Just click at the menu at the top of the page that says Patreon Teachings and Transmissions. Now I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Marcia Gifford, for your donation today. Thank you very much, Divine Sister of the Light. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal link at egolovecondor.com. Now, I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors art business on Etsy. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful codes from our Pleiadian bro stars and sisters of the light, and then a powerful divine decree. Pleiades 1 messages, July 18, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Physical reorganization in progress. Holy keys are delivered. Magnetic reinforcements are sent. Titans are driven away. Arachnid are removed. Risks keep decreasing. External visits on authorization. PM plus adjustment in progress. 76% non-regressive. Preparation of bases plus in progress. Divine providences continue to be taken. Trauma liberations in progress. Rage is exposed for healing. Major fleets keep arriving. Temporarily end of transmission, Pleiades 1, supporting active missionary channels from disclosurenews.it, and a powerful divine decree from our Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. I am choosing to stay totally focused on stepping fully into the new earth and to be purified more and more as I leave the old earth behind me forever. I am choosing not to allow the old earth and all who still choose to be upon her influence me, pull me down, or try to hold me in any form or way. I am choosing my freedom as soul, for I cannot be bound anymore by anything or anyone. I am seeing and experiencing the new earth in her exquisite beauty, as the new Jerusalem is rising, and how she is vibrant with new life and new beginnings. I welcome her, and I rejoice. I am grateful that it is within her that my soul rises and stands in the fullness of the truth of who and what I am in truth. I am choosing to live my highest soul truth with pure, unconditional love and the divinity of the divine source living within me. I am choosing life, and life more abundantly. I have spoken, so be it. From JudithKusel.com. And with that, thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a beautiful, blessed, and most powerful Fire the Grid meditation, and let's light it all up for all to see and all to witness in every realm, dimension, timeline. All our star nations, our star families, our guides, the ascended masters, our angelic teams, and all guides and teachers of every dimension and realm. With us now, watching as we light it all up. We activate the central sun, your I Am presence within you in this now. Keep shining your divine, brilliant light into the void, into the night, and keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, bridging heaven and earth through your sacred rainbow bridge. And always be sure to make it the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.